and that it was declared by symbol, even in the time of Moses, that there would be two advents of this Christ, as I have mentioned previously, is manifest from the symbol of the goats presented for sacrifice during the fast. And again, by what Moses and Joshua did, the same thing was symbolically announced and told beforehand. For the one of them, stretching out his hands, remained till evening on the hill, his hands being supported. And this reveals a type of no other thing than of the cross, and the other, whose name was altered to Jesus, Joshua, led the fight, and Israel conquered. Now this took place in the case of both those holy men and prophets of God, that you may perceive how one of them could not bear up both the mysteries. I mean the type of the cross and the type of the name, for this is, was, and shall be the strength of him alone, whose name every power dreads, being very much tormented because they shall be destroyed by him. Therefore our suffering and crucified Christ was not cursed by the law, but made it manifest that he alone would save those who do not depart from his faith. And the blood of the Passover, sprinkled on each man's doorposts and lintel, delivered those who were saved in Egypt, when the firstborn of the Egyptians were destroyed. For the Passover was Christ, who was afterwards sacrificed, as also Isaiah said, he was led as a sheep to the slaughter. And it is written that on the day of the Passover you seized him, and that also during the Passover you crucified him. And as the blood of the Passover saved those who were in Egypt, so also the blood of Christ will deliver from death those who have believed. Would God then have been deceived if this sign had not been above the doors? I do not say that, but I affirm that he announced beforehand the future salvation for the human race through the blood of Christ. For the sign of the scarlet thread, which the spies sent to Jericho by Joshua, son of Nei, gave to Rahab the harlot, telling her to bind it to the window through which she let them down to escape from their enemies, also manifested the symbol of the blood of Christ, by which those who were at one time harlots and unrighteous persons out of all nations are saved, receiving remission of sins, and continuing no longer in sin.